last year during the fall, we held several community engagement sessions. Java with John was part of that. And we had several parent meetings. We did a parent survey. We had several staff meetings. One of the questions, or two of the questions we asked, one was around screen time in schools, and the other was around cell phone access during the school day. And what we found was there was a decent amount of support from those surveyed, including parents, to restrict cell phone access. And what we also saw was there was some level of support for reducing screen time, but there was also a large amount of people that said, hey, we're going to trust you as a school district to make decisions based on what you know is best for kids, right? And so what we did is we put together a group of our educators to examine the current research around screen time specifically during the school day and what it's telling us, and then make recommendations to the administration and ultimately the school board about what we should change, if anything. And so that group made the presentation this past spring, and they did recommend some screen time limits based on grade bands. And what I would tell you is that will probably be an evolving process. As you guys are well aware, especially since COVID and the times where we had to go hybrid and virtual, there was a heavy reliance on electronic-based curriculum and instructional platforms. And so our district certainly wasn't exempt from that. And we still have some of those tools and resources in place. And so as we set these limits, we had to do it from the lens of, we don't have the money to go and replace all of our curriculum at once. And beyond that, that would be a very heavy lift for our teachers, right? And so some of these software-based platforms are going to kind of have to be phased out over a few years period, which is the direction we're going. And trying to make sure we have a model that doesn't create a dependency upon things like Chromebooks or laptops or things like that. So with that said, the group made recommendations that will be implemented this year. As you get older, the amount of screen time, instructional screen time does increase. And what the research basically said is once you kind of get to the high school level, the amount of screen time, there's not really a negative impact there. But the key piece of information at all grade levels is that schools should avoid using reward time or free time on technology within their day, right? So if you're going to have reward time or free time, it should be non-technology based activities that develop fine motor skills, critical thinking, social skills, those kinds of things. So that's the big piece, K-12 this year, is we have setting the expectation with our people that we will no longer allow technology to be used in those capacities. And the only time we should be using technology is when it basically improves the learning outcome or enhances the learning experience. And so that's the direction we're going. Again, it's going to take some time to kind of get where we want to be. We'll re-examine things in the spring, and if we need to tweak some things, we certainly will be doing that.